This is a ticket to the party.
Evening, boys. First service. You gotta love Mohammed.
Oh! That is a moment of absolute magic from Federer.
It's Murray magic, though.
Djokovic, what are you doing? It's phenomenal.
He's got quite a large gluteus maximus.
I've never seen anything like it.
Welcome back, boys. Another episode of the Loose to Strong Tennis Podcast.
All right, Kansas, how you doing?
I'm not bad. How are you?
Good, mate. Good. How are you?
I'm actually struggling today. It's been so long, man.
Yeah, that's what she said.
It's been a tough day for myself. Too busy running handball.
All right, Gary, how you doing, man?
I know. It's been tough, man. But it's also been a good week of tennis.
What was your highlight last week? Then we'll start with you for a change.
Oh, I was out on Saturday night. Did a full pub crawl with the famous Guruk bars. Yeah. It was actually superb, to be fair.
Did you go to Lyle's bar?
I did.
Lyle Crocodile?
Lyle Crocodile. It stinks of paint.
At the top of the world tonight.
I like the smell of paint though, so I was flying in there. Everyone was just sitting there and I was just sniffing the walls.
Sniffing the what, sir?
Yep. No, so I would say that was probably my highlight. Actually, do you know what? Also another highlight for me. We'll talk about it later, but I really enjoyed Medvedev beating Djokovic. That was actually a highlight for my week. I really enjoyed it. I know you said, Skinny, you have a great highlight, so I'm going to save you.
Oh, it's not that great.
No, yeah, not that
you give it the big
I'm
build
going to
up.
actually throw it.
Throw it back.
I'm going to throw it back. I'm going to start with Ross P. Ross P, give us your low light of the week.
Oh, that's going to be really
Wow.
nice.
He's so much to
Wow,
choose
you've
from.
caught him off guard.
What?
He's caught you off guard there.
Yeah, no, I had, usually I'd have lots of lowlights, but this week's been actually pretty decent.
Oh, give us a highlight.
give us a
Come on,
highlight,
man. You
Ross
never
P.
got us a good one.
I've now got 6 jobs.
Fuck off, man.
Diversifying that income.
Yeah, like the
What was
diversification
the
is
most
what
recent
I'm
one?
it's the same sort of job. Like 4 of them are basically the same job, but they're just different companies.
So you got 3.
No,
2.
6.
Oh, 1, 2,
Tennis
and then
coach
the 4
and
are the
then-
same.
No, tennis coach and goes about shops and makes
Yeah.
sure they've got Pepsi.
But like
That's
every
a
shop,
Pepsi bottle.
The
Pepsi
Coca-Cola glass.
Coca-Cola
I don't
glass.
give a shit.
Is that your highlight?
pretty much. Yeah. Well, there's another one, but I don't want to rub it in Calm's face.
Fuck off.
This
This is not a football podcast.
There you go, see?
Oh,
yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Almost got up at 7 a.m. this morning, but
Yeah. What's your favourite drink? 7-Up? Shut up.
Yeah, 7-Up. Yeah, I do work for 7-Up a little bit as well, not just Pepsi. So yeah, 7-Up at tracks.
Gary?
I got a promotion.
Did you?
That one,
He's the lead guard.
What is just the most
No,
dedicated
no,
worker I've ever had?
He's the driver.
He's the getaway driver.
No, Jesus, man.
Not this week. Not this week in our time.
Congrats. No, I've done a little bit of pricey there. Just coming in like, another promotion.
Oh yeah,
Another promotion.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm promoted again.
So, is it
What's your role?
good for the old wage?
Yeah.
What's your
Superb, that's
title?
all we're here for,
Now
isn't it?
a team leader. So,
Are you want a McDonald's?
no.
Oh, okay.
You look like you have been.
Hey, I'm a bit of stone down.
Was it in your shoe?
Sorry. Jesus Christ. Okay,
Keep it going, man.
Honestly, highlight my week was standing on the scales and seeing one less number. Well, not what I'm not in single digits, obviously. But what I mean is I'm a number less than I was last time I measured myself.
Just 6 stone.
No,
Yeah, that's good, mate.
no,
That's round of applauseable, I think.
I'm happy, but
At least you're making an effort.
do you know what the annoying thing is? I was kind of hoping I hadn't lost a lot of weight because, see, when I watch myself play tennis, I still look fucking massive and I'm shit. So I was hoping, I was like, I've just not lost enough weight yet and I'm going to get better. But actually, it might just be, I'm not very good at tennis.
No, it'll come. It'll definitely come. Right, Skinny, I've put so much pressure on you, but yeah.
It's only a highlight for me and Ross P. I want to thank Ross P. I finished all the Hobbit extended editions, and that was the highlight of my week.
That's the worst I've ever heard in my life.
It was fucking class, man.
Absolutely.
Not seen
Take a
in
week
years.
to watch
back again.
And
then
not really long.
Yeah, they take really long. Then just for good business, we watched the 4-hour, 4 minutes extended edition
How
of the
many
final
people do
Lord
you
of the
think
Rings
turned
yesterday.
off the podcast now?
Yeah, should we just leave it there?
I was going to ask you.
Right,
See you
that's
next
us done, lads.
All right.
Tennis, come on, tennis.
Yeah,
come on.
let's go.
Hit me
Let's
with it. Medvedev, what a winner.
What a guy, by the way.
Best on
Yeah,
earth at the
Medi.
minute.
Tennis needs a good. How many weeks in a row have I said that? Tennis needs a good Medvedev.
You've said it 3 weeks in a row.
He intersperses it with that fancy Alcaraz. So I'll take I'll take your point on board.
I think that Medvedev being strong
is good for the tour.
Unbelievable for the tour.
Yeah.
Like they need a pantomime villain at the top of the game, and I know sometimes he's not, but there's times where you can't take your eyes off what he's doing. I said it last week. Sometimes he's difficult when you see him like scheduled in. You're like, man, I don't know if I will watch that. But when you watch him, you're just like, you're bloody brilliant, man. And
why is that though? What's the change of opinion? Is it because he got humbled last year and now you're kind of like?
Yeah, maybe he's a bit more.
To be fair, I've
human.
never changed my opinion on him. I've always
No, I'm not. I don't have a bad opinion of him. I just think like sometimes I look at his matches and I go, I don't think I can be bothered watching that. And then I do watch it and I'm going like, this is brilliant.
He's just he's odd and like I mean it's strange. Like, even just the way he looks, like he's quite gangly. His hairline's not really flattering. Like see when you look at Djokovic, he's muscly, he's fit, and he's got this perfect hair going on. He's always got he always wears polo shirts every time.
He's got Lego head, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Nothing changes.
And then Medvedev turns up, and if this is the right word to use, he's a bit scruffy.
And
he comes up and he's got unorthodox tennis, unorthodox guy, and it's just
good.
brilliant.
It's
just good.
Yeah, he's a character.
It's a character, aye.
But we need characters in sport, or else sport's mundane.
Yeah.
Aye.
Yep.
It is.
And he's just something else. But his tennis as well, like how demoralising must it be to play against?
I don't actually think he's that good at tennis. He's just good at beating people. Like, you watch him and don't think, oh yeah, you're like, what a crisp shot.
See, to be
Yeah,
fair,
his backhand's a joke though.
Yeah.
Like,
see,
it's
you
so
use the
good.
word mundane. He did play a player in the final who is the epitome of mundane.
I've
I've got a real soft spot for the guy.
I don't like Rublev. No
What?
interest at all.
I think I've got a real soft spot
I
for
think
him
he's a
because
good guy.
supposedly is the greatest guy on tour.
Yeah.
Like everyone said he is the greatest guy on tour.
Man, nah.
But he lacks. Do
The
you know what he
dog
lacks?
He lacks
in him.
charisma.
No, do you know what? Yeah, do you know what he actually lacks? Like a wee bit of confidence.
Yeah,
Like,
he's
I
like-
genuinely think
yeah.
he just goes out and goes, "I'm going to lose."
I reckon Andre Rublev's one of those guys, like, see when you're making plans in a group chat and, like, you say, oh, let's go to the pub, but if you don't invite him by name, he's like, oh, well, I guess you don't want me there.
Yeah,
He's one of those that just appear, a wet willy. That's the word. He's a wet willy.
Shout out to Bruno.
What? Has Bruno got a wet willy? Is he a wet willy?
What? So Medvedev's speech. We'll talk a wee bit about that. Actually, no. Let's talk about Medvedev Djokovic. I watched it.
Watch the highlights.
I know you think you were playing at the time. Mate, it was so bloody good. Like the tennis on show was world class, like world class. And Djokovic wasn't at his best, but he's never anything less than like an
95.
Yeah.
a B plus or A minus. Like he's always there or thereabouts. I don't know what it is about. I feel like Medvedev has Djokovic's number if he's confident. Like I just feel like he's the one player that if he's on his game, doesn't matter what Djokovic shows up, I think he can do it.
Sorry.
A little bit of scar tissue there as well with the US Open final.
Yeah.
So that's probably in Djokovic's
I think-
head forever.
Medvedev will be a player who could actually do what Djokovic does so well, better than him. I think, that's just hard to beat. I think actually Medvedev's better. Djokovic does have that ability just to turn it on and start smacking winners,
Yeah,
but
I don't know where that comes from. So it's
I think if you're just going to take the defensive side of it, Medvedev's kind of almost on par with Djokovic.
which is incredible to think about.
Yeah.
I think it was a very important result for tennis as well.
Yeah.
'Cause I think with Djokovic probably not going to be there in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
That's going to fester in his head, we hope.
I don't think that result would have happened 3 weeks ago. I think Medvedev
No,
needed
I
his
agree.
run, like you said. He
100%.
needs the confidence, and
I totally agree. And I'll throw it at you as well that I actually think just beating Djokovic was more important than the 3 title wins.
yeah, no, I'd agree with that. We shout out to Ross P here since I want to keep him in the good books, so I don't get any Liverpool chat off him. Same score as Medvedev had against Murray. So
6-4, 6-4.
are we saying Murray's just as good as Djokovic? Is that fair? Because Medvedev played better in the game against Djokovic.
Hey, Ross P, let's double up that bet, baby. Here we go.
Yeah.
Andy Murray is just amazing, man.
Did you see the picture of him he's top of?
He's bloody fit.
It's looking good, man.
Unreal.
I mean, in a really
You can
head
appreciate
procession.
you can appreciate the The masculine
I
form of
appreciate a
Andy Murray.
well-shaped man.
I thought you were going to say well hung.
Appreciate
Right,
myself.
let's go on to the speech. The speech, superb. Like Djokovic, Medvedev's one of them guys that you know he's going to give you something. Like he's going to give you a line and you go like, wow, unbelievable. And obviously he was speaking about Rublev, and he says like, one of the guys on the tour says that he's one-dimensional, blah blah blah. Like doesn't have anything really about him. He was like, I think he can win slams, and I hope he beats that guy every single time. That's obviously Stefano Tsitsipas we're talking about.
Needle.
Tell you what though, that guy is correct. He's very one-dimensional. I think just absolutely tanks the ball. Like that his weapon is how hard he hits the ball. That's it. Like
I know someone else like that.
yeah, that's fine. But I'm not.
It's not his full-time career. I mean, like he's still made a bloody good job of it. He's been like top 5 in the world and made millions enough to chuck it now. Like he is a good player. He's still reasonably young. What's he, like 25, maybe 24? Like he's got time to add things to his game, but he just doesn't have. I feel like
star quality. I don't think.
When Rublev's under pressure, there's just nothing.
There's no grind.
No, there's just nothing different there that you think, okay, he can maybe think his way out of this. If anything, he thinks his way deeper and deeper into the hole he's already in.
He can't change it up as much.
He cannot change it up at all.
But hey, it's a good thing though, Medvedev calling out Tsitsipas.
Yeah,
Give me it.
Good, I know.
Hatred on the court, get scrapping with each other, get the crowd involved. Let's get this fucking season
let's get
going.
them in the same quarter.
Come on.
I'm starting to warm to Tsitsipas.
Why?
I don't. That's the end of the boat there. I don't know, but there's something. See, when I watched him and he was feeble against Djokovic in the Australian Open final, I was like, oh, like I actually felt sorry for him. And then you go out and see when you actually do sit and just watch him, you do have to appreciate he's a very, very good tennis player.
Yeah, he's unbelievable.
And I'm actually, I hated it when it was against Andy Murray, and that's where it all started to kick off. But I quite like the mind games of I'm going to the toilet with my bag, I might have my phone there. Ooh.
We like, especially on this podcast, we like rivalries.
Of
we
course.
like
That sells tickets.
Needle. We like aggro. And the Medvedev Tsitsipas is fantastic. That's obviously gone quite far back.
Yeah.
They've had quite a few encounters of what is it Medvedev says to him is like, I don't know, it's like he tells him to shut the fuck up or something like that, but
You
he says
shut your
in,
fucking mouth, man.
no,
Something
he
like
says
that.
it in like
Something like that. No, it's shut up your fuck mouth or something.
it's honestly it's so funny.
Is that like
You became
it's like
Irish for
years
us.
and
Jeff,
years
you're
ago.
going to drive because your glasses, you've not got the
Yeah,
glasses.
it's so good. It's so good. And
You get us lagging for it.
Aye.
like that's what we need. And pretty much what I'm asking is Miami and Indian Wells. Well, Indian Wells is first. Indian Wells, man, rig that fucking draw. First rig.
100%.
Alcaraz is,
Same quarter. Same quarter.
Aye, same quarter would be. Oh, how good would that be?
What did Cam Norrie win last year? Indian Wells?
No, 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Taylor Fritz.
Sorry, but it was Indian Wells. He won, wasn't it? Yeah.
Taylor Fritz, and then before that, Cam Norrie. So could it be another surprise? Who
Fuck
knows?
Taylor Fritz, man. That annoyed me that day. That's when I didn't like him, so I'm allowed to say that. It annoyed me because he was faking it.
No, he wasn't.
He was faking it.
Have you watched Breakpoint?
Yeah. And it was all for the cameras, so it proves my point.
My arse.
Scary.
Callum.
There was a tournament
Mexico.
in Mexico. Where was it?
Oh shit. How do I pronounce this? Acapulco?
Wrong.
Acapulco.
Going loco down in
Acapulco.
Acapulco. So Acapulco was won by Alex de Minaur and Katie Bolter. Obviously, Alex de Minaur's girlfriend put out quite a funny tweet. She was like, "Congrats, next stop, haircut."
Aye. He
Thought,
needs
yeah,
it.
it looks terrible.
Oh,
it was funny.
shocker.
It is actually.
It was like Ross Peace before he got it cut.
Yeah, how can he look at himself in the mirror and be like, "Yeah, this suits me"? Not Ross. Like, yeah, it actually looks so bad. And I mean, like, good tennis and stuff, but how off-putting is it? I actually find it really hard to support a player if their haircut's bad.
Really?
Yeah, mate, I just think, like, if your haircut's crap, then you obviously don't really care about how the way
Have you
you
seen
look.
your partner?
I know,
Guy looks like a
terrible,
cue ball.
I know.
That's harsh and Beth.
But do you not think that when players don't keep well, Not keep well.
What the fuck? You're on the.
He's playing on a drip. Talking about that,
Yeah,
by the way, this
Might have
week in
been needed.
Acapulco was very, very close to being needed. And I'm sure, if I'm right, I nearly said Swift. Taylor Fritz. Taylor Fritz said like they were like very close to putting him to hospital overnight. He was like spewing, couldn't keep anything down.
He was a warm
completely
boy.
dehydrated, like nothing left in him, no food, nothing. And like he played the last set. The last set was an hour and a half long against Tommy Paul in the semi-final. He's spewing at the side of the court. Like, is there a point, in your opinion, where someone that is running the event says, look, enough's enough here, like, you guys cannot play this?
Oh, this is tough because I'm going to say no. Right?
I'm going to say no too.
You sign up to play a match.
Yeah, but you do not sign up to play in life-threatening conditions.
These guys are ridiculously competitive. There's no way they're going to throw it in.
I don't think it was actually that.
The umpire or something should come in and say.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Exactly,
the umpire
no,
should be like,
should.
right, we need a 10-minute break.
Yeah, because
Common sense.
Yeah,
their
eat something,
competitiveness won't let them chuck it.
Chuck it. No.
Oh, do you mean to pause the game? Not
Yeah.
to like you have to pull out, you're too sick.
Well, he had to get back and serve before the clock went down as
Did they
well.
not get a time violation?
I would appreciate if there was
Did he?
like you will play later at night, and it became more like a night session.
No,
And then
this
you-
was a
it
night
starts at
session.
midnight.
That was the point.
Well, if what you're saying is you play when it's cooler and the conditions are better, yes, I'm for that. But I don't think you should be like, well, you've screwed, you can't play on.
No, I know. I think there should be a break. Like, come on, man.
Yeah,
like he was spewing at the side of the court. He couldn't sit down. He couldn't walk. Tommy Paul also
same.
was in absolute bits. That could not move. I mean, the match was still really good, but like they couldn't do anything. And everyone, I'm sitting there and I'm going like, well, someone just stop it for 10 minutes. And you can't take a medical time out for cramp.
No. Do you know what the problem was? It wasn't actually the temperature being that high because it was only about 30, but it was the humidity. It was up at like 95%.
Yeah, you can't
So they were
breathe.
just sweating buckets. Yeah, but and I know like the Aussie Open, they do it like they do heat breaks, don't they? If it's
Yeah.
too hot. So
Or they don't play if it's too hot.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. I just think that's
By the way,
That's
Tommy
another tennis fail and something that fails at. Like,
they just
no
made
one
the
should be
list.
playing like that.
just made the list.
Yeah,
Tennis
Shimari
fail.
said it at the show. You
Show
know,
me
they're
the
like
list.
out at 3 and 4 in the morning. That's like nuts.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
That's unnecessary.
The best bit about it though was Holger Rune walking about like to shit himself when he was cramping up.
Him watching
So
him play was
funny.
honestly hilarious. Like, and I know he's obviously really struggling with like cramp and whatever. I was going to say fitness, but that's not even fitness. That's just something wild that you shouldn't have to put your
lactic acid.
body through. But like watching him walk about like he's Lego, like just like no bends at all. And like, he was actually rallying as well.
They were
And
winning
Demonor was
points.
just drop shotting him, just being like, "Well, you can't run, so like you know."
Yeah.
And Demonor obviously won it. Well done, Price. You don't really like him that much. Is that right?
That's correct. Yep.
What about him?
It's just I don't know. I didn't remember what was it? Was it the United Cup? And just Team Australia didn't woo me. I didn't enjoy them. was he not the one who played? Remember, was it Jamie Murray and whoever his partner was? Remember they had match point. I'm sure it was against him, Demonon and Kyrgios. I'm sure it
what,
was.
like 3 years ago or something.
Yeah, I'm not over.
Yeah.
And then obviously Katie Bilter tried to talk to me at
Held a
Scotland.
grudge.
Yeah,
Oh, Katie Bolt was fine into you, wasn't she?
yeah. Katie Bilter tried to talk to me when I was buying a donut.
Oh, damn.
That's true, actually. She actually came up and she went, "Are you Callum Price?" And he just went, "Nope."
Katie Demonor's not got the ring to it. Katie Price. Katie, if you're listening, you ain't got a chance.
I'm sure she is.
But I can agree with him. Demonor just does my head in as well.
It's just annoying. Like
It's
I
just
don't.
because he's got like no. Like, also, why do you hit so flat?
Yeah, he slaps the ball and he's just really quick. Like that's it.
Which is pretty good.
See if
I
you
mean,
put,
it works.
see if you put it into another sport like football, you went, oh, he's just really fast. You wouldn't rate him.
He's like a Dama Traore in the football world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but not
Yeah.
about it
Not
anyway.
minus the, other than the 16-inch biceps and
Nice, but like fair play to him winning a 500 is his
No, do you know
biggest career title. He's on the up. He's still young. Was he maybe like 23, 24?
something like that. I'll not be better. Good for him. Good for him.
Yeah, well done.
And do you know what? I respect that he put the old hat on and got a picture with the trophy. I know it's a tradition, but it's a shame not seeing Rafa this year do it because he looks the best in that hat.
You worry me, man. I actually can't even remember what I was talking about. Holger Rune, I think, before, and the way he was walking.
Lego.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know, man. I just thought it was funny to watch.
Should we actually have a list of tennis fails throughout the season?
We should.
God, I'd be
honestly-
done within a week.
Oh, it's just
Just be like one
there's
after
so many.
the other.
There's just so many things that you're just like. This is one of the biggest sports in the world. Just run it a bit better, lads.
According to Djokovic, and I'm guessing he's right, it's the third most watched sport in the world.
And was
Three
it
or four in
Djokovic who? I think it was Djokovic who raised the point of players outside the top 200 cannot make a living.
Yeah. And
Like-
tell you what, that PTPA, I know they're trying obviously to take over, which people are against, like your Murrays, Nadal, Federer.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a very, very valid point, and it must be one of the only sports in the world where only 200 people can make a living from it.
And even those people
For
in,
how
like,
big it is. I
from
know.
150 to 50, like 200, you're not
You're scraping
you're not
by,
making
like,
it, and
no chance.
you're having money to support you trying to make it further to make more money.
Yeah, you need
you're
to
not
be top
retiring
100.
on that money, like
But
that's
how,
why.
how many? I would say I feel like you should be making enough money to live if you're one of the top 500 players in the world.
Yeah, it's
Like
crazy.
you're one of
that-
the top 500 players in the world of tennis. That you should be making enough money. You are very, very talented. You should be making enough money to be like, right, I can live on this. And there's obviously an issue in the game that isn't allowing that.
But there's just too many serial winners, like who just soak up the prize money. Like,
But should it be distributed more? Like, does winning Wimbledon, do you need 2 point something million for winning Wimbledon?
No, but the sponsors probably fund all of that, don't they?
Yeah, but could they not, for the grass court tournaments, spread that out a little bit? There's a lot of grass court challengers. Could they not? You could probably double a challenger, like, money for the full event.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't even make a big impact on what the winner gets in
Or-
Wimbledon.
obviously we've discussed this before, but people getting buys, do more to get lower ranked players into main draws instead of protecting the guys who are like, oh, number one seed can't
The
play
money
these amount of
makers.
games. Like,
Yeah.
these people should be getting pushed further, probably.
Yeah.
And then if they made a new rule on wildcard saying something like, you can't, like, for this tournament you can't be in the top 300 players, for example, something that's ridiculous, but something along that
like
lines.
it,
It's a bit sad when you think about it. I mean, if you're probably outside the top 7,500, you're relying on sponsors
Yeah.
for an income.
I
They'll
know.
be paying enough for you to travel and get places, but they're not making enough money when they're there.
Maybe that's where you
Unless
need
they have
some,
that one big result.
some personalities, because they're going to get the sponsors, aren't they? But then again, like, because you don't see these guys that are lower and women that are lower ranked all the time, you don't know what personalities they're like and if they're funny or they're like
When
great
you think
to
about
watch.
a slam, the max you're going to have in a draw is 128, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's tough because where's the money going to come from unless you put eyes on it? Like, see if we down here, right, us guys down here had a load of eyes on a tournament we played and how we do things and how we are on court and stuff, there'd be loads of people fucking loving that. But no one, there's no chance it's going to happen unless you
Well, obviously
have some
not.
eyes on it. Oh, aye, obviously, right?
Ross P
so
gagging
think-
for a
think-
sponsorship. Imagine going on to Nike one day like, hey, just Ross P
Are
stand.
you saying if we
Just fitness
if we sold
personified.
tickets to a certain Open in October, you think that would sell well?
It would.
I think
that would-
yeah,
that would
if you
celebrate.
put, like, if you amplify the personality over the playing ability.
You'd make it fun to watch instead of like
Yeah.
tactically good to watch.
Yeah.
No, do you know what?
No, you're
There's
probably
definitely an
right.
argument for that,
Right.
and I think that's why the Davis Cup's so
That
accessible
gets-
to people who aren't
yeah.
really into tennis
You're
because it's
totally
it's a
right.
good atmosphere, and I don't want tennis to become like that, but I think the Davis Cup's very important for tennis.
Think about boxing,
Especially
how
the old way.
how the boxing world is at the moment. You got these like that. Jake
I'll box
Paul,
you if you want.
Wait, sorry, are you wanting some YouTubers to get wildcast?
but you think
All
you
of
look
us
at,
played first round Wimbledon.
but you look at the fights they have, right? These YouTubers and stuff. Right, compare them to the actual professional boxers. The ability level. There's a big difference between these YouTubers boxing and these actual professionals boxing. But where's the money going? That's going to the personalities.
So, see,
So would
putting
you-
it in a tennis sense for a second here, do you think it's like we saw Alcaraz and Norrie play finals back to back tournaments? Do you think it's what's it called? Something makes a lot heart go fonder.
Absence.
Right? Do you think there should be less tournaments and in the big tournaments should just be more prize money?
No, we need more. If anything, we need more tournaments.
And we don't essentially need more tournaments for the big players.
Yeah.
We need
More
more
opportunities.
coverage of the smaller tournaments.
Sometimes there's tournaments on that you don't know what
we
it
need
is.
a challenger. See, like BT Sport bought the Challenger Tour, and they did a Challenger a week. You probably would find people would tune in. Maybe not millions, but you'd find that people would tune in, and then you just learn to know players.
But there's nothing round these challengers though. You right now, if you go and watch a challenger, you just watch this guy versus this guy. You don't know anything about them really, unless they came from the actual main tour and they go into that tour and you've heard of them.
And
you don't know anything about them.
My next point, and another tennis fail, in my opinion, Breakpoint should have covered something like that.
Yeah.
They should have covered a couple of the
Well,
lower
we
down
don't know
guys.
what's going to happen with the new
Well, I'll
series
tell you
of it.
one thing I do know what's going to happen. Tommy Paul's been covered.
Good.
Cool guy.
Is he though? Is he cool?
I think he's really cool, man.
Where's this? Yeah,
I just think, I think he's got a good start to the
Just
year.
not
So-
TFO, please.
I think he's a really cool guy, Tommy Paul. I think he'll be quite interesting to watch. He's quite laid back, American, that was good for TV. I think he's got a bit of party about him as well. Maybe not so much this season because he's quite dialed in and he's
Kicked
doing
on,
really
yeah,
well.
he's
I know,
kicked on
man,
well.
he's doing well. But he'll be good to watch as well.
Fair play for him actually going out and playing that final after being so buggered the day before.
Yeah, no, he said he was humped, didn't he?
I don't
He said
think-
his girlfriend was blow drying his boxers so he could wear them because they're so wet.
Honk.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh yeah.
Will we move on?
Yeah, let's move on because you were actually talking about doubles, weren't you, Skinny, earlier?
Yeah, do you want to talk about?
On the
Do you want me to announce it for you? Okay. So you were talking about how Ben Shelton was meant to be playing doubles with Holger Rune, and you thought it was pretty cool.
Aye.
Tag team.
Well, first of all, Ben Shelton hit one of the best behind the back volleys you'll see.
Yeah, it was sick.
That was
Roasty-esque.
absolute.
unbelievable.
But my question for you, gents, are Ben Shelton and Holger Rune was an unusual, we'll call tag team to get put together.
Yeah.
If you could pick two players in the tour that you think would do well together, but it would be an unusual pairing, a bizarre pairing, who would be two players you would pick?
Oh.
Wow.
I think I might have a good one. And it's just because they're two opposite end of the scale. I'd have Isner and Schwartzman.
Someone said that. But
Did they not play together? Once?
Oh, well,
I
never
think
mind.
they
Not
definitely
that one,
have
then.
played
Yeah.
at,
Not
at
that
some point.
It's funny.
That's a tough question because this is where I would have said like Kyrgios or Tsitsipas, they played together, but they don't like each other. Medvedev, Tsitsipas.
Yeah.
Right now, imagine every single Masters, right? Instead of having any doubles players, right? Sorry, doubles players, they've just been pied off. But what they did was they
Had to be
all the singles players just went into hat and they just drew out two players at once.
I think that should be a tournament, by the way. I think you have
That would be unbelievable.
I think you have like a draft day before the tournament.
Yeah, and they just get pulled out
like
of
an
hat.
FA Cup draw.
Yeah, and you're just like,
And that's the tournament.
There's Cam Norrie playing with Janko Tipsarevic.
Yeah.
And you're like, right, cool. And the next one's like, oh, there's Nadal, and Nadal's playing with Dustin Brown.
Or, just to go back to our previous point, 50% of the players are like top 100.
Yeah.
The rest are outside the 500.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Like you get invited once a year.
Local guys
Can
too.
you imagine Imagine you get pulled out and you're playing with Djokovic, and every time you hit a return, you'd be so nervous, man.
Not me.
What about mixed? What about mixed?
I know I'm
doubles
missing it. I
tournament?
don't care if I'm playing with Djokovic.
I've got a good one
that
for
a
you.
pro-am?
Indian Wells, the day before Indian Wells starts, there is an actual mixed doubles tournament. It's a 1-day event. All right, and it's like Raducanu is playing with Cam Norrie, Sakkari's playing with Tsitsipas, Bencic is playing with Wawrinka. I've stumped after that.
Tiebreak 10s, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And it's like a
16
quite
teams.
pumpy event, and like, whoa, yeah, like,
Because it's a mix, eh?
yeah.
See, just think on it. See if I was to have a doubles pairing to put together that would dominate the game. I'm actually going to the WTA Tour. Rybakina and Garcia. No one returns or serves. Volleys away. Thanks very much. That'd be it. Game, set, match. You'd win everything.
Maybe.
What?
I'm just talking to him, not you.
Yeah. Can anyone
Shut up,
count?
bitch.
No one can counter that argument. That team would just dominate.
WTA.
Yeah.
Who would I have?
Got to have Schweitek with someone.
I'd have Austin.
Schweitek.
Backstage Schweinsteiger. Yeah, I'd have Ostapenko and someone else who's just comedy.
I'd have,
Imagine a mixed doubles of Ostapenko and
I'd
Bublik.
have Raducanu and Genie Bouchard.
Of course you would.
And who for your doubles pair?
I'll just take them on myself.
Jesus Christ. By the way, Bublik with someone would be a
That
good
would be
doubles pairing.
entertainment.
That'd be
Imagine
entertainment.
Bublik
Speaking
with
of,
like Cuevas or
entertainment,
something.
Bublik.
Bublik, behave. There's a wee bit while we're sort of flirting with the WTA tour here. A wee bit of beef. The final the other day.
Oh, Kostyuk.
Political,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah,
Which
don't
of
really
course
know
we
how
are
much
not.
we can really get into that.
We're
'cause
not.
it's not for me to
We're
say.
not political here.
I think
but
we should state the reason why it happened, and then we make
Okay,
a joke
there's
about
a-
everything
there's a-
apart
No,
from
There's
that.
I think
a war. There's a war
I
in
think
Ukraine.
what we could state is it was a bloody good final. I watched the highlights.
It was good, and it is also nice to see, as we said before, a bit of aggro, but that's a bit different aggro.
It's not. No, that's not good. That's not coming from the right place. That's not what we mean.
No.
By we want.
Do you
we-
think they
we-
should shake hands?
They didn't?
That is absolutely not our place to say.
I
This
know,
is a
I know,
light-hearted
I know.
podcast, but it would be wrong for us to sit here and say,
Thanks for bringing it up,
For a
Pricey."
start, get over it, or like either get over it, or no, you're absolutely right. Like,
Yeah, it's not for us.
to say.
Like, we just want to have a fucking laugh.
yeah,
But if it was needle over, I don't know,
Line
a
calls.
line call.
a line call, then I'm in.
Yeah.
Don't
Did you
shake
see-
hands. Just walk past you or brush each other.
And I don't know if this is from absolutely ages ago, or if it was just a highlight. And I think it was it Thompson. Who's that Australian guy? Thompson.
Jordan Thompson.
John Thompson against, is it Yammer?
What
Yeah.
one?
And I don't know if it was recently or not. And the ball, it looks as if it bounces twice. Yama gets it up, and then Thompson kind of stopped playing, but missed an easy volley. And then the umpire doesn't call, not up. And he's screaming at the umpire. And then he goes over and goes, and you should be saying that you didn't get up. That's shit from you. He's I don't know if this is from ages ago. It looked like a really small event. It was like a small court.
Okay.
And I just looking at it going, have I never seen this?
I think it was a challenge.
It was a
Because
challenge.
it was on a Challenger tour and it's not been covered as
Yeah,
much.
there we go. That is what the people want to see. And Jordan Thompson bottled it and lost his 7th third set and went out.
That was good.
and then
the other
they
one
got separated at the end because they were going to fight.
The other one that I've seen is that Davidovich Fokina in the Brazilian.
He's wild, isn't he? Thiago Montero.
No, he's not really done anything.
Call me when
Everett.
Oh no, I can't remember his name now. Say both Wild.
Oh, yeah. He won a
They-
tournament last week.
Did he?
Wild.
The two were going at each
See
other.
with Wild.
Vile.
Great
Wild.
content.
Vile thing.
Agro sales
I'm all
tickets.
for it.
It
I'm
does.
telling you.
It does. But I was going to say, can we predict Indian Wells? But we can't because of the draws now. We
Well,
can still predict who we think's going to win.
I think we should all have a little punt each of who you think's going to win.
I'll have Djokovic.
He's not playing.
He's not playing, Mr. Joke.
You fucking
I'll take.
I'm going to go bold before you here because you're taking your time. I'm going to take Tommy Paul.
Ooh.
Pish. What's the waste of a pick?
No, it's not at all.
Nah,
I think it is too.
I'll take someone else go. I can't think.
I'll have tits and pants.
He's not. They don't know if he's fit or not.
Okay, I'll not have him then. I'll have. Do you know what? I'm doing a skinny. I'm having Medvedev.
Good pick.
Fair. Yeah.
I just think he'll lose this week.
Don't
Boy,
pick-
that's the thing
don't
with
pick him
tennis.
then,
There's
mate.
only one winner
Winner.
a week.
I know, and it's a big field.
But no, if they all had fun, then they're all winners.
Yeah, or winners.
I'll take Holger Rune.
Oh,
Miles
tasty,
off
tasty.
it. No,
No, I like that. I like it.
I
Someone
like
a
it
bit
because he's
different.
not going to win. I would love him to win, but I think he's carrying an injury that's worse than he's letting on.
Ross B, who you picking?
Murray.
Andrew Murray.
Is this going to be a running joke until he
If I
wins?
pick him every week, the odds are I'm going to be right.
Hang on, by the way, like if you see like a Medvedev go out, if Callum's right and Medvedev goes out, and a few other big hitters go out,
Yeah.
I'm not condoning. I do not condone Ross P's behaviour, but he was smart to pull out of
Dubai.
Dubai. He was smart to do that. He's been out there a long time. He basically went straight to America, didn't he? From why have I forgotten the name of every tournament?
Dubai.
Dubai?
Did we just say?
Oh, Qatar.
No, from Qatar. He went
Oh,
straight.
yeah.
He went straight to America, which I thought was smart. And you never know.
In fact, I'm changing my pick right now. I'm not taking Tommy Paul. I'm going to take Carlos Alcaraz.
I was going to.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Before you could jump in there with that one.
I'm going to take... I just think it's going to be someone out.
It has been an outsider the last couple of years.
I'm going to take Yannick Sinner.
Good shout.
He was in my top 3. I would have had Sinner.
Right, didn't know you fancied them.
Do you know who's going to have a bad week this week?
Berrettini.
Oh, all of us. Jeez.
Yes.
We're actually away this weekend.
This could be the last time we're all mates.
Yeah.
And something could happen. We're all going on a holiday together.
Yeah.
Us and our friends.
Spiritual retreat to a church.
We're going to church.
Yeah.
Church away. Church.
But yeah, do you know what? That's the end of the podcast. I'm knackered, boys.
Yeah.
It's been such a long day.
Yeah.
I mean, next week will be an absolute... It's either going to be the best podcast ever or the most...
We've got a committee meeting.
Hungover meeting.
We've got an AGM.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Are we just going to podcast from there?
Oh yeah, we could actually
Live stream it.
Yeah.
From the
Right,
AGM?
lads, you'll be watching
Callum
the
Price
AGM next
moves. There should be floodlit courts on 4. Everyone say aye.
Aye. Right.
Stonking content.
Can someone second the fact that the podcast is done?
So I was thinking
Thank
that this week.
Right, see you later.
Thank
lads.
you,
Bye.
folks. Have a good Tuesday.
Yeah. I can't remember the song.